Haven't you ever thought about the idea that reality is always trying to communicate with you, yet you might be tuning it out every single day? Picture this: a song playing just as someone crosses your mind, a number that seems to follow you everywhere, or a chance encounter with a stranger who gives you the exact answer you were searching for. These moments often get brushed off as mere coincidences, but if you dig a little deeper, you may sense there's something more profound at play. And you would be right. These synchronicities are not just random. They are messages woven into the very fabric of reality, gently guiding you towards something greater. Ancient civilizations understood this truth. Mystics and philosophers explored these connections, but in our modern age, they're often dismissed as luck or mere chance. Why? Because the system has conditioned us to overlook these signs, to believe reality operates purely on logic and structure. But what if that conditioning was not accidental? What if it was crafted to keep you oblivious to the powerful forces around? You think back to your childhood. Remember that innate ability to sense patterns, energy, and intuition? You noticed when events lined up perfectly, or when you just knew someone was thinking about you. Yet when you shared these experiences, you likely heard, "It's just your imagination." You were taught to ignore those feelings, to trust only what could be measured or proven. The world was presented to you as a cold, mechanistic entity, devoid of mystery or deeper significance. Gradually, you learned to stop paying attention. Education played a crucial role in this conditioning. Schools focused on memorizing facts, following rules, and obeying authority. Creativity and imagination were often sidelined in favor of logical reasoning and hard data. If something wasn't tangible, it was deemed unreal. Questioning this model became a taboo, and science was hailed as the ultimate arbiter of truth, not the kind that explores the unknown, but the rigid version that insists everything is mere randomness, stripped of meaning. Synchronicities? Just cognitive biases, the product of an overactive brain. Meeting the right person at the right time? Pure chance. This perspective disconnects you from the very forces that guide your life. But here's a revelation. Some of the brightest minds in history, think Carl Jung, Nikola Tesla, and Albert Einstein, grasped that reality is far less random than we've been led to believe. They recognized that synchronicities and hidden connections point to a deeper truth about our existence. Yet in our society, those who embrace these experiences are often labeled as superstitious or irrational. You talk about these signs, and suddenly you're a spiritual nut, while those who stick to the materialist narrative are deemed logical and sensible. This is not an accident. It's a carefully constructed social conditioning. To control a population, the first step is to ensure they never discover their true power. Once you start paying attention to synchronicities, you begin to realize something astonishing. You are part of something much larger than yourself. Some truths go deeper than words can express, which is why I created Insights Academy, to explore the full story behind the hidden forces of reality. The real reason you're nudged to overlook synchronicities is that they reveal cracks in the illusion we've been told. They demonstrate that life is not just a cold, indifferent machine. It's a vibrant web that responds to your thoughts, emotions, and energy. As you become more aware, these patterns will pop up in your life with increasing regularity, and that's where your real awakening begins. So, let's dive deeper. If synchronicities aren't random, what are they? Where do they originate? And why do they seem to multiply the more you notice them? Your journey into this exhilarating exploration awaits. Consider those perfectly timed and uncanny moments in your life that felt beyond mere coincidence. Perhaps you suddenly remembered someone you hadn't spoken to in ages, only to have them call you out of the blue. Or maybe you flipped open a book to a random page, and the words directly addressed your burning question. These delightful instances of synchronicity are meaningful messages waiting for you to decode. The universe is a deeply interconnected web of energy and consciousness. Your thoughts, intentions, and emotions emit unique frequencies, and the universe responds in kind. Synchronicities bridge the tangible and the intangible, the physical and the metaphysical. The term synchronicity was coined by Carl Jung, who saw these significant coincidences as expressions of a hidden order, a concept known for centuries in ancient spiritual traditions, karma in Eastern philosophies, divine timing for mystics, and hinted at by quantum physicists through the idea of non-locality, the intricate connection of everything beyond space and time. The universe operates through intricate patterns and interconnected structures, evident in fractal geometry, celestial harmony, and even our DNA. Synchronicities are concrete evidence of this hidden blueprint, extraordinary instances where the universe reveals its underlying order, suggesting reality is far more pliable than you ever imagined. If synchronicities are messages, where do they originate? Possibilities include a higher version of yourself, the collective unconscious, as proposed by Jung, or even hints from an external intelligence, the universe, God, source, or a simulation. Regardless of their source, synchronicities are invitations to awaken, urging a shift in awareness from the mundane to the extraordinary. Recognizing these patterns dissolves the illusion of randomness and naturally leads to the question, how do synchronicities work beneath the surface to orchestrate these uncanny alignments, and how can you harness them to transform your life? The key lies in unraveling the mysteries behind reality itself. If synchronicities are indeed messages from a deeper intelligence, how do they work beneath the surface to create these uncanny alignments? A key lies in understanding that your mind actively shapes your reality, supported by neuroscience through the Reticular Activating System, RAS. Just as noticing a new car model makes it appear everywhere, once you focus on synchronicities, your brain tunes in, making them appear more frequently. This connection extends further. Quantum physics suggests that consciousness plays a crucial role in shaping reality, as demonstrated by the double-slit experiment. Reality isn't rigid but a responsive tapestry, influenced by our thoughts and emotions. Your consciousness interacts with the universe, merging this with the metaphysical law of vibration. Everything vibrates at unique frequencies. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs carry specific vibrations, attracting corresponding experiences. Elevating your frequency through alignment, purpose, and focusing on synchronicities causes reality to reflect that shift to you, explaining why attuning to synchronicities leads to experiencing more of them. It's not just observation. Your energy transforms reality's response. Furthermore, your subconscious mind actively generates synchronicities. While your conscious mind focuses on daily tasks, the subconscious weaves deeper connections and recognizes patterns, aligning events with your intentions, conscious or unconscious. This is why belief in synchronicities often leads to more frequent encounters. While skeptics might attribute synchronicities to selective attention, this doesn't explain their profound personal meaning, their seamless alignment with your inner world, or their uncanny ability to guide life-altering decisions. Synchronicities are a powerful form of communication between your conscious and subconscious minds and the deeper intelligence of the universe. Therefore, the key is to collaborate with synchronicities. Conscious alignment makes them more prevalent and transforms them into tools for profound personal growth, naturally raising the question, why do some experience them constantly while others remain oblivious? Let's dive even deeper. Why do some individuals seem to live in a world brimming with synchronicities, while others barely notice them? The key lies in awareness, alignment, and belief. Many are disconnected, conditioned by logic and materialism, to dismiss life as purely mechanical and random, creating a mental barrier that blocks the perception of deeper connections. They overlook serendipitous events as mere coincidences. Think of it like a room filled with radio waves. Without tuning to the right frequency, you hear nothing. Similarly, without attuning your mind to the frequency of alignment, you miss the universe's signals. In contrast, those who embrace synchronicities have simply trained their minds to be open to the signs, paying attention, trusting their intuition and following emerging patterns. Acknowledging synchronicities seems to increase their occurrence, largely due to the subconscious mind and the law of vibration. Your subconscious acts like a sponge, absorbing subtle information. Focusing on synchronicities, program it to seek them out like fine-tuning a radio to a specific station. Revisiting the law of vibration. Everything, including thoughts and emotions, has a frequency. Low vibrational states, fear, doubt, narrow perception, making synchronicities difficult to recognize. Elevating your vibration through gratitude, mindfulness, and intentional living aligns you with the universe's flow, allowing synchronicities to manifest as you resonate on an attracting frequency. This explains the increased synchronicities reported by those who meditate and practice self-reflection. They've tuned into the hidden order. Trust is another crucial element. Those who frequently experience synchronicities inherently trust the process, acting on the signs without hesitation, reinforcing the cycle of alignment. However, many falter by failing to take action, weakening the connection and causing synchronicities to fade. Remember, they are not just messages but opportunities for alignment. The universe nudging you toward an open door you must step through. How then do you strengthen this connection? Learning to recognize, interpret, and act on synchronicities. As a guiding force, the key is decoding the signs, which we will now explore. Why do certain unusual coincidences appear frequently in your life? These synchronicities are messages from the universe. Learning to recognize and decode these meaningful signs reveals the universe's constant communication. The first step is awareness, shifting from a chaotic view of life to understanding its interconnectedness. The universe communicates through symbols, patterns, and perfect timing, often manifesting as numbers and repeating patterns. These aren't random but powerful. Vibration signaling shifts. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings when you see them. Your subconscious may be communicating. Symbolic encounters. Objects, animals, or symbols that personally resonate can carry meaning. Trust your instincts and emotions when something feels significant. For example, a recurring feather might evoke lightness or spiritual connection based on your associations. Events and meaningful coincidences. Moments where everything aligns improbably indicate guidance. Reflect on your thoughts and intentions preceding these events and how they connect. To decode these synchronicities, ask insightful questions. What were you thinking, feeling before? How does this relate to current decisions? Does it reinforce or challenge your thoughts? Is there a pattern? Have you seen this before? Keeping a synchronicity journal is a powerful tool. Documenting unusual or meaningful events reveals recurring symbols and guidance. And the more you record, the more frequently they may appear. However, merely recognizing synchronicities isn't enough. Acting on them transforms your life. If a persistent sign urges action, leap. The universe awaits your response. Those aligned with synchronicities trust their intuition and take inspired action. Now let's explore how to consciously attract more synchronicities to harness their power for lasting change. Recognizing synchronicities is just the beginning. Their transformative power unfolds when you harness them. These moments are invitations to shift your reality, align with the universe, and enter a flow of effortless ease. The real question. So are you paying attention? And are you ready to take action? Instead of viewing synchronicities as mere whims, understand them as direct communication from a deeper intelligence, indicators of alignment or course correction. Those experiencing many synchronicities are intentional creators, shaping their realities. To tap into this profound potential, follow 3 essential steps. Set a clear intention. Focused thoughts and desires yield clearer signs. Ask for guidance on your path or purpose. The universe communicates through symbols, emotions, and experiences, so be open to various forms. Be specific in your intentions, but flexible in their manifestation, remaining receptive to unexpected sights. Align your energy. Your vibrational state attracts corresponding synchronicities. Resistance, doubt, or fear block the flow. Embrace trust, excitement, and openness to allow synchronicities to flourish, often surging during aligned life changes. Elevate your frequency through meditation, gratitude, visualization, and self-reflection. Remember aligned times when everything flowed. That wasn't luck, it was resonance. Take aligned action. Many hesitate after spotting signs, but synchronicities are catalysts for action. Recurring numbers, phrases, or symbols are nudges. If drawn to a new path, person, or opportunity, step through the door the universe opens. Don't wait for certainty. Synchronicities often guide step by step. Trust your intuition and take the first logical, aligned action. Even small steps build momentum and attract more synchronicities. Following the signs multiplies synchronicities. Trusting guidance and acting shifts reality in your favor. The more you listen, the clearer the signs. The universe rewards movement, creating a life where opportunities and connections become the norm. Instead of waiting, actively co-create your experiences. Now that you understand synchronicities, their operation, and their leverage, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? The final step is integrating these insights into your daily life, embracing awareness, connection, and alignment. Are you ready for this transformative journey? Now that you know the truth about synchronicities, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Many will return to old patterns, dismissing these meaningful moments as mere coincidence, letting hesitation and fear prevent them from taking inspired action. But certainty often follows action. The conditioning to overlook these signs and disconnect from the guiding intelligence has been strong. However, you now understand that reality is structured, intelligent, and responsive, and that you are an active co-creator. Synchronicities are not just happening to you. They are happening for you. Invitations to trust, expand, align, and act. Do not ignore the signs. The universe communicates subtly at first. Persistent ignoring can lead to the signals fading and a return to unconscious patterns. But listening and acting on these synchronicities can transform your life. Those who experience them most are paying attention, trusting their intuition, and acting accordingly, leading to a life that unfolds with a sense of effortless alignment. There is much more to explore beyond this introduction. Insights Academy offers a space to delve deeper into these often overlooked aspects of reality. Now that you've recognized the patterns and felt the alignments, it's time to stop second-guessing and start trusting. Pay attention, follow the signs, and act on them. Stepping into alignment reveals that synchronicities are not rare occurrences, but are all around you, waiting for you to truly see them. If this resonates, let us know by commenting, "I understood it."